Hi guys, my name's MightyBalls and welcome to today's video regarding the Skoda T25. I'm going to give you a quick review on its pros and cons and then move on to a couple of ace tanker replays to show you how great this tank is. So okay then, we're on tanks.gg where you can get most statistics for your vehicles you want to know about. Every tank which is in the game you'll find it there, so please take a look at it. So my basic equipments I have on this tank are improved ventilation class 2, coated optics and a gun lane drive. Now I'd normally have V-stabs, but as they don't have this on that tank, I'll go for gun lane drive. I'll go for small repairs, small med kit and butchley. If you've got a three skill crew, I have brother in arms, camouflage, recon, smooth ride, off-road driving, snapshot, situation awareness and safe stow. And that gives you a massive DPM of 2041, let's call it, with a reload of 7.04 seconds, which means it's 18.55 shots a minute. Its aim time is only 1.68 seconds, which is absolutely brilliant. And its dispersion, because of the vents, the butchley and the brother in arms, etc., is only 0.33, which isn't too bad. On the move, turret reverse is mediocre at 0.19 and 0.11. Its tank traverse though gives it a 0.2. Its power to weight ratio isn't too bad at 2.146 horsepower per ton. Its ground resistance isn't too bad at 0.88, 0.94 and 1.5. And it has a brilliant view range of 4.49.49. Now all the tanks what see you, or if you see one of these head on, you can penetrate it just about anywhere with standard ammunition. Now, my tip to you is load HE and fire it on the roof. Now, if you see this thing angled absolutely perfectly, hit it on the corners because you'll pen them a lot easier, or even the top plate, the lower plate, or anywhere on the turret. Again, you can use HE on the top of the roof, but don't aim at the sides. On the sides, you can penetrate it with just about everything you've got, including HE. And the same with the rear. So enough about the statistics about this tank, let's get over to the replays. So I'm on swamp and I'm top tier, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go off to G6 and just do a glancing spot to see if there's any light tanks or mediums rushing that way, and then I'm going to head off to J or K, 1 or 2 depending on how aggressive their heavy tanks are. Now this tank, it's got great mobility. It's got a decent gun. On the move it's not too great, as you'll see in a second when I'm moving about, but in general this tank is a really nice tank to drive. It's borderline OP in the right hands. Another thing I haven't mentioned is the fact that this gun has 10 degrees of gun depression. Now on ridge lines that is absolutely immense, but don't rely on your turret armor at 10 degrees because this turret is an absolute bag of wet lettuce. It isn't very good. This tank is good in the right hands, but very, very poor in the wrong hands. For instance, a Unicorn will get 1 to 2k damage every game. The Tomato will get 2 to 300 every game because the armor on this is absolutely abysmal. So anyway, I spot the KV2 as I drive by, I spot the M6 and I spot the KV85. I'm going to push on. I want to put a clip into this M6. I put 1, 2, 3 and I pull back. Now I'm hoping my team take a shot at him before he takes a shot at me, and they do, which is quite nice. Look how quick this gun reloads. I'm straight away onto the KV85. I'm going to put in 3 shots. 1, 2, 3 and I pull back. Unfortunately I take 2 shots from the camping T28 firing gold. Now you saw how devastating that gun is there. I put in 3 shots, pulled back, put in 3 shots. In a space of about 6 seconds I destroyed 2 tanks. Now I'm going to push over. I'm going to use this little corner and hopefully take out this Stug 4. I put in 1 little shot, not too great the aim there, and I put in another shot and I take him out. Now I'm reloading, and then I'm going to try and take out this T34. I reload, I put in one, I put in two and finish him off. I see if I can put in a third. I see myself a Churchill GC. I put in another shot, and again I get hit by the camping T28 in the back, firing gold. This is going to be a very expensive round for him. So I'm going to push forward again. I see the Churchill GC, and I take him out with two shots. I push around to see if I can just put in one last shot before I reload. I can't, so I then decide to reload. Now my idea is to go down to the one line to take out the artillery, but as I saw the T28 can't hit me anymore, I decided to go up to where the T28 is and contest the hill with him. I spot both arty as I'm driving through. I'll see if I can get a shot on him. I can't, so I keep driving. Now as you can see on the move, look how bad that gun dispersion is. It might not look so bad when on soft stats, but it is, or shall I say it really does feel bad. So I pull up here, and then suddenly to my surprise I see myself Matilda BP, not being spotted all game, and I put in two shots and pull back. This reload time is absolutely immense. You only have to duck down for a couple of seconds and you can go in and put 2 or 3 shots into an opponent. But as you're seeing, the dispersion on this gun when you're moving your tank slightly is absolutely abysmal. So I don't advise to move while you're shooting. Try and get yourself into a still position, use that 1.6 aim time and just devastate your team with a 3-clip potential. So I've done 5 kills, I have got a damage of 1,671 and we are 4 minutes into the game. I think I have carried this game to an absolute extreme at this point. I pull over here to try and get the T28. Unfortunately he's not there, but I see myself 2 lovely little tanks. I put 2 shots into him and 1 shot into him to finish them both off. I now have 7 kills, 1,850 damage in only 4.5 minutes. Cromwell B spotted, he shoots me, I shoot him. I'm trying to get to a position where I can shoot him. He shows himself slightly and I penetrate him. Now I reload thinking that I might be able to get the T28, but unfortunately, as you're about to see, he's gone for the K0 camp and I can't get him. But unfortunately for him, he gets spotted before he gets anywhere near there. Unlucky T28. This is going to be an expensive round for you because not only have you spent gold, you've had your ass kicked. But anyway, let's go over to the results. So we're on Quickie Baby's replay site. As you can see, I spotted 3, 5, 7 tanks. I penetrated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tanks. I did a decent amount of damage of 2,048 with 457 spotting assistance. I get an ace tanker. I get a Radley Walters for killing 8 tanks. I get a high caliber and I get a top gun. I get a base experience of 1,287. As mentioned, 8 kills with 2,048 damage. I only made just short of 16,000 credits from 42,237, and that's not because I was firing gold. As you can see, I only actually spent 2,820 credits on ammunition. It was the resupply of my Butchty which cost the money. I had an experience, a base experience of 1,287, but with premium 1,930. I did 30 shots, 24 hit the target with 23 penetrations. As you can see, 5 shots hit me and 5 shots penetrated me. This tank will not bounce a shot, or very, very, very rarely bounce a shot. So the name of the game in this tank is basically don't get hit. So anyway, let's go off to the next replay. Okay, so we're on Moravanka. I'm top tier. Again, it looks pretty juicy. Whenever I start this side, I never go to the forest, purely because they see you before you see them 9 times out of 10, and you're likely to get shot once or twice. So I always head up to around G3, G4, try and get some spots over and see how the game plays out, and then work my way around the map depending on how the game's working out. I haven't got Sixth Sense in this, so I'm being a little bit more passive than I would be normally, because with Sixth Sense at least you can be aggressive to a point where you can at least know when you're spotted, so you're not taking stupid shots. So I pull forward into a spotting bush, hoping I don't get spotted. So up pops a T50. I wait for him to come round. He suddenly dips in, or darts in, however you want to say it, and I'm waiting for him to come round. He comes, I put in one shot, roll low, second shot, roll average, third shot, roll low. So I should have been able to clip him, but unfortunately my average rolled low, so I finish him off on the second attempt. I reload because it's only 7 seconds, so I might as well reload. Now I'm urging my team not to panic on this side at this point, thinking if they panic we're going to end up getting surrounded, we're going to end up getting battered. So I'm telling my team, don't panic, just keep going. Please, Forest, push as fast as you can, because we are hugely outnumbered here. So I spot myself a target. I don't bother trying shooting at him. I'm not going to shoot his turret. I won't penetrate. So I pull back. I see myself in M3 Lee. I put in 1, 2, and then I finish him off for 3. So I've done 670 damage, 2 kills. My team are winning 4-2. We're still in a good position, even though we're heavily outnumbered on this flank. But that's not too bad. Unfortunately, I see myself a KV85. I pull back, put a couple of shots in, one bounced, and ended up doing some damage. I see a Hellcat. Luckily, he misses. He hits me once, hits me twice. He's got the small gun by the looks of it. I put in a few shots and pull back. Now I'm down to 50% health. I took a couple of shots I didn't need to take there. I was being a bit greedy, but I was trying to do as much damage as I can, so I'm not going to get outflanked this end. And luckily I do. KV85, I put in 1, it darts, put in 2, and then third shot goes and bounces. So my team are getting outnumbered, I'm getting surrounded. I'm not going to panic, I'm not going to try and run away. I need to help my team, or else we could end up losing this game. So I'm going to stay here, try and keep these players away from my ARL and my Stug and my Arty, and hopefully my Arty can end up taking them out. So I'm going to try and spot some tanks. So I push up slightly. I spot myself a KV1S, a T67 and a PZ3-4. I put in 1 shot into the T67, 2 shots, and someone else finishes them off. I don't bother reloading. I wait just to take that 1 extra shot, and then I start reloading. Things are looking a little bit better now. We're not quite as pushed out as we were last time. Especially now I've just secured my 3rd kill, 1800 damage, and all there is 2 tanks this side. So we went from 6 tanks this side to just 2, and the 2 quite small tanks. Put in 1 shot, I track him on the 2nd, and I bounce on the 3rd. Thank you Wargaming for the RNG you gave me. So I'm about to reload again. I put in 1 shot, miss, completely bad shot there. 2nd shot hit his cupola, and he's taken out before I got a chance to put in my 3rd. So the game's won now, it's 13-8. I've done 2061 damage and I've secured 3 kills. Now at this point, in my head I'm thinking, dog, let's farm that tog. So I push forward to farm the tog, hoping that that tog's facing me and not the other opponents, because that's a full health tog probably on the other team. It's not quite full health, but he's showing me a side, which means I have to show gold. I put in 1, 2, I take 2 shots from him and pull back. I push forward and then I unlit my 3rd clip and someone else takes him out. Let's go off to the results. So I'm on the QuickieBaby website again at replays.quickybaby.com. Here, as you can see, I spotted only 1 tank because I was quite passive at the beginning, purely because I've not got Sixth Sense on this tank. I penetrated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks, doing a damage of 2,613 with an assisted on spotting and tracking of 605 damage. I got a base experience of 1,244 with 3 kills, and as mentioned, 2,613 damage. I made 21,922 firing 0 premium shells, as my credits for ammunition was only 3,196. My biggest cost was my Bushti, which was 20,000 credits. I did 1,244 experience base, 1,866 premium. Because I got 100% experience bonus, I got 3,732 experience for that, with 93 free experience. I did 34 shots in total, only hitting 28, of which 25 penetrated. So a little recap on the Skoda T25. It has mediocre gun handling, it has good gun depression, it has a decent clip potential of 330, and then only a 1.3 seconds in between each shell, with a 7-ish seconds reload in between, which gives it a DPM of 2,100-ish, give or take a few. Its armor's pretty bad, its mobility's pretty good. This tank isn't meant to be an aggressive brawling tank. You can't go in and brawl with the tanks, trading shot for shot. You'll end up getting annihilated, because when you're loading for 7 seconds, they're putting 2 or 3 shots into you on the tier you're on, or just one big shot which will 50% your health if you're against tier 8 heavies, for instance. So what I would suggest is either use and abuse your team by using your team's armor, and you just pop out, do your clip potential, get back in, or you can use this as a medium range, no longer than that, because the dispersion on this gun isn't the greatest, and pop off a few shots, get into cover again. This tank is more of a passive tank come an assassin near the end of the game, where you've got the clip potential and the mobility to finish off tanks when they're on low health. So I urge you not to try and use this as a brawling tank, but as a passive support tank. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching it. If you like it, please like and subscribe. It'll help this video, and it'll also help my channel. I'll see you next time.